Come man, go sit on beside. Go sit on beside.
I feel it.
Is that we give away information for free. Because the information is not confirmation. You understand? The information was what we stumbled in and find the information to be very informative and life changing. You understand? This information what we have is extremely life changing. And just as we get it free, not necessarily free because we still have to put in work and we still have to practice to be convinced. You understand? You have to because there's nothing to know. You understand? You can't know nothing without experience. Anything where you experience people is the real deal. You understand it? Your experience might be different from somebody' experience, but whatever your experience is the real deal. Nobody can tell us you never see red because you experience it. You understand? But this is not about you believing that herbs work. It's an opportunity to
Hold
take
this.
the herb and see the
Hold
work.
this and make sure you
You
have it
understand?
point in.
When me recommend to answer, you have to understand what is causing it. You understand? You have to understand what is causing it, where it's coming from. You understand? When you understand where it's coming from, then you can apply. You understand? So when you're constipated, more than likely I will always have anxiety. You understand? Because anxiety more time come from your gut. You understand? Not having a clean gut, not having mineral inside your system to compensate the work where your nerve at is. Anxiety is just your nerve under pressure. You understand? So as we say, we just stay here to share. You understand? It's very life changing what we have to offer, and we offer it in our beautiful. Yes. So now 10:09 we still have wait for people to come through. But as I was saying, the message is for the ears where open. You understand? This message is to help the people who are helped. And if we help one, if we help one, you understand we help so much because you see how small a callaloo seed. A callaloo seed is extremely tiny. But you see the big tree where it grow and you see how much belly it can full with just one single seed. So if you help one single person, which is a seed, that person can help so much other people. You understand? So we are here. So all you help your nerve, you have to change your food. What damage your nerve in the first place? Right? You can't stop your mind from think, but you can supply your body with the mineral when necessary to facilitate everything. You understand? If you not have the mineral in your system and you think heavy, then it will start pull off your ear off your head. You understand? It will start pull off the color in your skin. You understand? It will start affect your lungs and your eyes. And your teeth will start break down. Because your body have to find mineral from somewhere. And the only place it can find is inside itself. So that eat itself. You understand? So yes, people, we're here. You think you're alright before we start? No, we can
Go
wait.
ahead. Why not?
You want to wait maybe 5 more minutes, or you think we're good, Tracy?
We're good.
All right, we're good.
So,
We're good.
Greetings. Hold on.
Let me set this up.
Greetings, greetings.
turn it.
We don't want to put this in the sun because it's going to overheat. So put this right here.
So, I'm going with it here. Oh, see.
Because we can project our voices too.
Yeah.
Well, the when you use a mic, you still attract some people who are outside.
Right. That mean
Yeah.
that him.
Very true. Thank you, I am Yardy.
Some people just shy, you know.
Right. I'm going to try to sit it to where you guys can see both of us here. All right. Thank you.
So now bite. I wonder if I the right way
Thank
to turn the
you.
tent.
And we take this one, I go focus you. So there's one. Go over that side.
Right now,
I
we're
have
in
the
Kingston,
tapali in my
West
store. I wonder if
Spanish
you
Town
can
Road.
share
It's a
that
place
person.
called Seaview Garden.
All right, so
Beautiful
all this.
community. And so
Very
we're
key
here.
there.
Usually we go live every Sunday. We're based in St. Catherine, but today we're in Kingston.
Coconut water. Wow.
Yes.
I drink some already. Yes,
Thank you.
All right. Greetings.
Greetings.
All right. So right now we have only big sisters in here, and we are grateful. The women lead the way. You understand? Once the woman have the information, the children are gonna get it, the husband are gonna get it, and the neighbor are gonna get it. The man them no usually pass on information. So we're happy to see the woman them here. If there's any man outside of here, hearing the voice now, the voice of a man, you understand? Uno come join. You understand? Men, we need to pay more attention than anything else. We need to actually start listening. You understand? We are not listening as men. And a time now for we start listening. Who do you listen to? The woman. So if the woman have the information, then she will create something beautiful for us as men. All we have to do is listen. Let us listen, men. Them always I say, why you not go check it out? Yeah, I say, no, man, I'm a good man. But I know so it go. You're good when you feel good. You're good when you smell good. You're good when you look good. You're good when you not feel no pain. Even though you're hiding the fact that you're feeling pain, your body not tell no lie. Your body will never accept the lies. It will never. You can't tell me lie. You can't even tell your neighbor lie, but you can't tell lie for your body. So with that said, I am Abayomi, right? And I am Jamaica's medicine man. I don't provide stuff with a quick fix. We provide stuff we help your body to heal, right? We are bring back the message of God into your system so that you can understand what is happening. The most truthful thing you have in your possession is your body, right? And your body communicate clearly. Your body not tell lie. Anything your body feel, you better know it's your truth. You understand? You better know it's your truth. It is the truth. You understand? So with that said, I am a countryman. You understand? Me only 33-year-old, but I have information going way back. You know why? I listen to the old women. I listen to those old men who listen to them grandmother and them four parents. And that is how I accumulated a lot of wisdom and knowledge about herb. What I realized is that herb is the only thing that truly heals. Anything else cannot heal anything. You understand? Anything else is distraction. The herbs is the only thing that heal. I mean, I talk about ganja herb for the ganja man them. We are talking about chain root, sarsaparilla, mojo bitters, to name a few. Those are the things that actually heal. Your body is not stupid. You understand? Your body will never be stupid. You understand? You cannot change your body. You can only pressure your body. You can only put your body underneath pressure. You can only stress your body, but your body will not bend. If you eat rice 24/7, your body you're gonna just always fall asleep. You're gonna just always get constipated. You're gonna just always not have no energy. You're gonna just always have mucus. You're gonna just always have lungs issue. You understand? So the herb is for the healing of the nation, not medication. That is for Satan, right? So the medication is Satan and the tool. That's a tool that the devil is using. Whether you see the devil separate from your mind or not, whichever way, that's your own way to look at it. You understand? But everything in life is tools. Me and Jai right here, right now, are tools. But we choose to be the tool of the Most High. You understand? We choose to be the tool of God. And if we are going to be the tool of God, then we have to fall into righteousness. We have to fall into truth. We have to fall into balance. We have to fall into listening to nature, right? The closest you are going to get to God is nature. You understand? No one, the system can change our mind, but it can't change the mind of a plant. Because the plant not have a mind. The plant just listen to what God said. You understand? Sunrise, it won't need leaves. Summertime, mango a bear. You understand? This time of the year, you have different things bearing. So these plants are just listening. So with that said.
Yes, with that said, my name is Joy. Thank you for that introduction, Abba. My name is Joy, you guys, and I'm originally from a place called California in America. And I have a pretty interesting history of eating foods that damage my system, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, and other substances as well that were harmful, extremely addicting, and very difficult for me to experience the healing or the cure that I'm experiencing right now if I weren't to return back to nature. And so America is kind of set away. It's kind of difficult over there to heal your body the natural way. And so my journey to Jamaica is what I call destiny because my body needed it. It wasn't really about me wanting to travel, although I wanted to travel, but it was more so my body's pull towards wanting to heal itself, clean itself up, and cure itself. And so when I got here to Jamaica, first of all, we met on Facebook, me and Abba, and we are married, by the way. And we met on Facebook, and we just come together so beautifully because we both have the same goals as far as what we want to do with our bodies, what we want to do with our minds, and how we want to operate as far as our spirit. And so we've just been able to really gel, come together, and make sure that we have the same mission. That's what we have, and so we're grateful for that. Um, my health is where I want to start off. I have been on an extreme healing journey myself. What I found, I went to several doctors. I was feeling anxiety. I was getting acid reflux. I had stomach issues, constipation. I was having mental issues as well, not feeling like I was myself anymore, circulation issues, all types of issues inside of my body when it comes to health. It was really difficult for me to find a cure because I went to doctor after doctor after doctor, and all they told me, they ran their tests, they did their blood work and everything, and all the answers will come out positive. Everything, nothing, or is it positive or negative? I'm getting confused now. But the tests, yeah, it was never positive. It felt negative, exactly. But everything came out negative as far as me having some sort of doctor's diagnosis. But I still felt bad inside. I felt like something was off. So why are these tests not showing anything? Why are this blood work not showing anything? Why am I not getting but I'm still feeling sick inside? And so I can't say this over and over again. Coming to Jamaica was destiny because it wasn't about a doctor's visit for my body. It was about getting back into nature and eating healthy food, eating food that is going to assist my body in cleaning itself up and healing itself. Your body is designed to heal itself. That's the number one thing I learned when I came here. I fully embodied that. I already knew that the body is intelligent. I already knew that the body can do wonders because we're a child of God. God created our body. So why would the body be lacking any form of intelligence when it comes to healing itself? So I know the body can do that. But when I came here to Jamaica and transitioned over here, I was actually able to live the life. I was actually able to eat food that was going to help heal my body, take minerals that are going to help heal my body, and get far, far away from the doctor's offices that couldn't help me at all with nothing. Even if they did prescribe me a medication, it still wouldn't help me because now I know that what is the cure is my lifestyle, my eating habits, making sure I have minerals in my body, exercising, staying well hydrated. That was the cure that my body was asking for. And so a lot of us are going to the doctor's offices. We're trying to figure out how to get rid of these fibroids. We're trying to get rid of, trying to see how can we start to conceive and have babies because I can't have babies no more. How do I get rid of this diabetes? How do I get rid of this high blood pressure? How do I get rid of this poor circulation? We're trying to figure it out, right? And all the doctors are doing is handing us prescriptions. They're not telling us why. They're not telling us how these things happened. And that was my question. How? Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? You can't tell me what's going on with me. I know something's going on with me. So where's the question is now, how? Why am I feeling this way? How did these things come about inside of my system? And the question to the how or the why is the food. That's the answer to the question. It's the food. It was the type of food that I was eating. It was the lack of minerals inside of my body that I didn't have any of. And it was the lack of nature. Sometimes we're in the town too much. Sometimes we're in Kingston too much. We're not in the country enough. The country is healing in itself. The air that we can breathe in the country, the clean air, the lack of all that noise and overstimulation, all of that is what my body needed for healing. It wasn't asking for any form of medication. It wasn't asking for not one more blood work or one more blood test. It needed me to return back to nature. And so on my quest to return back to nature, I landed here in Jamaica, met up with Abba. We have the same mission, and now our mission is now to spread this message to everybody that we happen to come across, whether it's one person or 1,000 people. Our mission is to make sure that people understand that your body can heal itself. Your body can heal itself. It just needs the tools to do so. That's all. And the tools for the body to heal itself is dietary changes, minerals, proper hydration, exercise, and making sure that we're in an environment that's supportive, or at least in an environment where we can feel like we have peace of mind. Those are the tools that the body uses to heal itself. The number one thing that you need to do with those tools is remain disciplined. A lot of us are lacking discipline, and so we're not able to see the cure. But if you want to see the cure, you have to use all the tools that I just mentioned, and you have to couple that with discipline. That is your cure. And I'm currently on the journey to curing myself right now with staying disciplined with the lifestyle changes that I've made, and with the assistance of Abba as well. And so we're going to get started. I hope you guys are hearing us on TikTok over here too. We're going to get started with, yes, helping you guys understand how the body communicates. You want to take it over? Or you want me to start?
All right. So first thing, doctors were not designed to heal you. You understand? They were designed to prescribe medication. You understand? Them don't know them. They will never teach you how your liver work or your digestive system work unless you ask the question. And sometimes you ask them the question, and they might create this tension between you and them, like you're not supposed to question them, right? They don't love to be questioned, because if you ask question, you're gonna have ask valid question. You could go to the doctor and you say, I feel a pain underneath your belly. You go them, do them ultrasound, them do all of them scan, and then come back to you now telling you that everything all right. You understand? Everything all right doesn't mean that it is all right for you. Everything all right is that you're on the right path for you to get sick so that they can make some money. You understand? They are just there to make money. You understand? And I am not putting down doctors and saying that they are completely bad. And we have to know how to use them. We shouldn't allow doctors to use us. We are supposed to use the doctor. They are not supposed to be using us. How we use the doctor is to go directly and tell them exactly what you want them to do for you. If you don't even have the basic information about how your body communicates to you, then you are going to go there blank. You understand? As simple as you having headache. You understand? Simple as you having headache is your body communicating something to you. A lot of time we have headache, it's because we're not using the toilet. A lot of time we have headache is because we're not drinking water. You understand? A lot of time we have headache is because your body lack nutrient, it lack mineral. And how can you ask the doctor about mineral if you don't even know what is mineral? Right? Not because you put this stuff inside your mouth and chew it up and swallow and feel good in your mind mean that it's food. It's not everything that we eat is food. You understand? Some of the things is just plain junk. And your body will literally communicate that to you and say, listen, this thing where you eat, I don't know what it is, but me need energy to process this. So I go just knock you out, I go just drop asleep. Because your body have to resort now to what was already stored up, which is your bone. So we bone are gonna end up start earthy, we teeth are gonna end up start break down, we ear are gonna end up start fall off. You understand? So each time these things happen, that's your body literally communicating to you, telling you exactly what is happening. You understand? The body only have one product, and that one product is life. And everybody know all life essential. Your body will never just give up life like that. Unless you're meeting a one sudden accident, your body will not give up. So a lot of people who saying their body is not working, if it not work, oh yeah, feel pain. You understand? If it not work, or it tell you say your lungs full of mucus, it is working. It is just not working in your favor, right? Because you are not working with your body, you are working against your body. So each time you eat something that is not good for you, your body will communicate it. Over a period of time, you're gonna find that your body now gonna have the energy to fight it. So your body stop transmit the information to you. It's just like you walk into a fall coat. At first, in there smell bad. But over a period of time of you being in that fall coop, you find that you stop smell the odor. Does it mean that the odor not still there? It's still there. You understand? So when we get sick is when the body actually don't have any tools to fight back. The only thing where your body can fight back with happiness. If you're happy, your body have so much energy coming in. You understand? Happiness is a reflection of God. You understand? God will never be sad. God can never be sad. So if you sad, it is a result of you not being happy. You usually, so that is even your body communicating to you. You understand? If you feel good, you are going to act good and you are going to treat people good. If you feel bad, you are going to act bad and you are going to treat people bad. We treat people based off of how we feel inside. You understand? If you feel good inside, you treat people like that. If you feel bad inside, you treat people like that. You understand? So the body need the tools so that when the flu season come, your body can start stimulate action in your throat and help to fight it off. But usually it bypass your throat and reach down inside of your lungs. And then when it reach inside your lungs now, it can just live. It happy. Because that's a rat, it may come in and say, not even one piece of mineral fail fight. Make we set up camp right here. So two little worm, make one little nest there, so one more, make one over there, so and then start trim down your system. You understand? Because there is nothing inside of your body to protect it. You understand? So your body are gonna communicate to you, say, listen, we can't protect you from the regular rain. We can't even protect you from the rain. As the rain fall, we start cough, we get sick. As children, you run up and down in the rain 24/7 while you're all right. You understand? So why is it that now we take out, we foot out our shoes, put it on the floor, and mucus pop up? Like why? Because your body don't have the strength inside of it. Why? We're not eating from out of God's spot. We are eating from out of the devil's spot. And the devil's spot contain a lot of dead stuff, a lot of artificial stuff where God never make. You understand? God have his own food. The devil have his own food. These things are tools that are being used against us because of lack of understanding. So people understand how your body are communicate with you. So Joy can dive a little bit deeper. You understand? Yes.
Yeah, I just want to ask you guys. We have a small crowd, so I just want to ask you guys, what are you guys dealing with as far as pain? Are you guys, first of all, constipation? Are you guys passing stool every day? You don't have to answer and raise your hand, but you're supposed to be passing stool, going to the bathroom all 7 days out of the week. Okay? So if you're not passing stool all 7 days out of the week, that's your body talking to you. It's sending you a message, and it's letting you know that your colon is blocked. And if your colon is blocked, that's one of the leading causes of all pain, all symptoms, and all doctor's diagnosis. Whatever you want to get rid of, say you have diabetes, you have high blood pressure, you have fibroids, you have cysts, you have you feel overweight, whatever it could be, whatever pain, symptoms, or doctor's diagnosis. If you want to get rid of something inside of your body, that something has to have a way out, right? These things don't just disappear. That's why we can't pray our sickness away. They're not going to disappear. We have to take action. We have to move these things from out of our physical body if we want it to experience healing. We can't move things out of our body if our colon is blocked. If we're not passing stool every day, that's the exit point. Your colon, out your anus, that's the exit point. And so if we're not passing stool every single day, your exit point is blocked, which means it's very difficult, almost impossible for your body to heal itself, because it's designed to heal itself, but it's almost impossible to if we're not passing stool every single day. So that's a symptom. Any other symptoms that we're dealing with here? Could be anything. Doctor's diagnosis. As a show of hands, do any of you guys have a doctor's diagnosis? You don't have to tell us what it is, but do you guys have a doctor's diagnosis? You guys have a doctor's diagnosis, okay? Is anyone here dealing with any kind of pain inside of their body currently? You are here, okay? Anyone dealing with any kind of symptom? currently? Anybody here? Any kind of symptom, whatever it may be? Sometimes it's easy to talk about. Sometimes we want to keep it to ourselves. The point is, pain, symptoms, and doctor's diagnosis is your body communicating to you. That's the first thing we have to understand. Your body communicates to you. It sends you messages. And so we think when we feel pain or some level of discomfort or we get a doctor's diagnosis, we think that those are just diagnoses. That's what we call them. However, it's communication. Your body's talking to you, it's sending you a message. The reason why we're not experiencing the cure is because we're not understanding the body's messages. We're not understanding that the body is talking to us through this pain, through this discomfort. From this diagnosis, your body is sending you a message. It's talking to you. For a lot of us as a collective, the messages that come from the body are foreign. We don't understand them because we don't understand the body. We think pain is just pain. We think discomfort is just discomfort, or doctor's diagnosis is just that. But it's, again, a message. And once we understand the communication or understand how the body speaks to us, it's no longer foreign. We can understand what the body's asking us for based off the pain, based off the symptom or doctor's diagnosis. And once we get that level of understanding, then we can take action on what the body's asking us to do so we can experience the cure. We're not experiencing the cure because we're using medication to cure the body. If you want to cure your body from anything, you have to get down to the root of what created it. Medication didn't create your issue. It didn't create your pain, your symptoms, your doctor. It didn't create it. So what created these things? We're not getting down to the root. And that's why we're not experiencing the cure. And so what we want you guys to understand first off is that your body communicates to you. And once you understand the body's communication, the messages that it's sending you, then all we have to do is say, all right, I'm constipated. Okay, the body's letting me know I'm constipated. It's talking to me. It's no longer passing stool every day. So what does that mean? The body may be asking me for some dietary changes. The body may be asking me for a little bit more movement, like exercise or a walk every day. The body may be asking me for more hydration. That's how you kind of communicate back and forth with the body when you understand that every little thing is not an issue that we run to the doctor for. It's more in your control than you could imagine. Your body, again, we can say this for the entire time we're here, your body is designed to heal itself. It knows exactly what to do. It doesn't need a doctor's visit or a blood work or anything. Again, we're not shaming doctors. Doctors are there for their reasons. But when it comes to a lot of what we're dealing with as a collective, what we're dealing with are dietary issues, lifestyle issues that don't require medication to heal the body. Okay? And so with that being said, we can go ahead and move on to understanding the body's messages. And so is anybody comfortable enough to share maybe a doctor's diagnosis or any type of pain? Is anyone comfortable enough to do so? If not, we can just name a few popular ones here from Jamaica. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, I went to a doctor about 4 years ago, diagnosed me that I'm diabetic. And the only reason why he do that because I told him I was coming to Jamaica and I'm going to drink some bush. So by the time I get back, I was diagnosed fully diabetic. Then I switched my location, come to Florida, went to another doctor. And you have to do all blood tests and stuff like that. So when I did that, I sent her an email and said, whatever, because I'm trying something here. I said, whatever my diabetic situation is, don't prescribe like metformin and stuff like that. And when I got an email back from her, she said, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. So that was the end of the diabetic thing. I wasn't taking no form of medication.
Interesting.
And then before I came here the other day, I was diagnosed again by another doctor.
Interesting.
And now I'm still not taking anything. But what I want to say is that if you are diabetic, just come to the doctor. And you are not on the medication, if you are fully diabetic, then something is going to happen. But nothing happened. I'm right here.
That's what they say, right?
Yeah, not taking no medication, so it's a lie.
It's a lie. It's a big fat lie.
Yeah.
You second that too. Exactly. I can even put to that story because my father had type 1 diabetes.
Right.
and he was on medication, had to prick his finger every morning, test his blood, and see where his sugar levels are at. And he was sick of it. He was sick of it all because he was dealing with it for so many years, taking all this medication, and nothing was getting better. You would think if the doctor is prescribing us medication, at some point we got to get better, right? I've never heard of a success story of somebody taking medication and then they say, "Hallelujah, I'm off medication now." Like
Never happened. Never happened.
it does. It makes you more sick. You can't get a medication from the doctor's office without having some type of side effect. Yeah, you can't do that. And that's because medication is foreign to the body. Again, your body's not asking for medication when it's sick. Your body's asking for lifestyle changes. And that's why, Miss Yvonne, you were able to prove the doctor's wrong. Like, I don't need this. All I need to do is take whatever herbs or whatever products you are taking that are natural, and that your body can use that more because your body is not foreign to the body. Herbal medicine, eating food that comes from God, the soil, nature, those things are not foreign to the body. So your body knows how to work with those things. It knows how to heal itself when you're using foods and herbs that come from even, God created nature's food, right? God created herbs, okay? God created these things just like God created your body. And so as long as you're alive and breathing, we have to eat food and drink drinks that are compatible with the God-given body that we have. It's just a must. It's just so. We can't have this God-given body have breath inside of our body and eat food that is foreign to our body, food that God didn't create. So if we want to heal our body from any doctor's diagnosis, like what we're talking about right now with diabetes is a dietary issue. That's what diabetes is. Diabetes, sugar, high blood sugar, low blood sugar, it's a dietary issue. It's not a medical problem. It's diet. Okay, what is diabetes? Too much sugar in your blood. That's why they call it sugar. You just have too much sugar in your blood. And so how is any level of medication going to deal with that without dietary changes? You have to get rid of what created the issue. We're not getting down to the root. I can say this over and over again, but we're not getting down to the root. We're not experiencing the cure because we're not getting down to the root of what created these symptoms, this doctor's diagnosis. And majority of the time, I can promise you, it's the way we're feeding ourselves. Okay? So if anybody else have any doctor's diagnosis, yeah, go ahead. Okay. How long have you had the fibroids?
I would say around 7 years.
7 years? Okay. Has your doctor told you about any type of dietary changes?
No, but I've seen it.
You've seen it, but it didn't come directly from your doctor. Right. So what are fibroids? What are cysts? I'm going to have to kind of censor the words we're saying too so that TikTok doesn't ban us. They have their own little agenda going on too. But yeah, any type of clusters of waste, cyst growths inside of the reproductive system, like fibroids and whatever creates endometriosis, all of that is waste. You guys, it's just waste. Fibroid is a cluster of waste that's sitting inside of your reproductive system for too long. Let me ask you a personal question that you don't have to answer out loud. Do you pass stool every single day? All 7 days out of the week? And if you don't pass stool all 7 days out of the week, that is contributing to the fibroids. Even if you do pass stool all 7 days out of the week, what's the quality? Is it coming out looking like a snake, skinny snake, or coming out like pop, pop, looking like a bullet or a goat doo-doo? That's not good quality health. Good quality stool. What you eat the day before is supposed to come out the next day or the same day, depending on how clean your system is. And so if we're not passing stool all 7 days out of the week, then it's very easy for fibroids to develop inside of the reproductive system. Again, fibroids are a cluster of waste that's been sitting inside of the reproductive system for too long. Your reproductive organs are soft tissues. Everything inside of you are soft tissues. So the longer waste sits inside of your body for too long, if you're not properly eliminating waste daily, then that waste becomes hard. Have you ever missed a day or two of not going doo-doo and the doo-doo comes out real hard and tough and almost black? Because the longer waste sits inside the body, it just gets harder. It doesn't evaporate, it doesn't disappear. It just gets harder and harder and harder. And sometimes this waste is stuck inside of the reproductive system and it's becoming harder and harder and harder, turning into stones, cysts, fibroids. It's all the same thing. They have different names for everything because our body's a business. to the medical system. Every part of you is a business. So they separate every single part of you to make the most money out of your body. But it's all the same thing we're dealing with. What is a gallstone? A gallstone is the same thing. It's a cluster of waste sitting inside of your gallbladder. What's a fibroid? It's a cluster of waste sitting inside your reproductive system. What's a kidney stone? A kidney stone is a cluster of waste sitting inside of your kidneys. It's all just waste that needs to be removed from the body that's been sitting inside of the body for too long. And once something sits inside of your body for too long, it starts to create something called inflammation. Do you guys know what inflammation is? Inflammation? Yes. So inflammation is internal swelling. So say you hammer your finger and it starts to swell up. That type of swelling can happen on the inside of your body too. And the pain that comes from fibroids or even arthritis, if we have some type of joint pain or something, those types of pains come from the inflammation due to the waste that's been sitting inside of whatever area it's sitting in for far too long. That's what you're dealing with. Fibroids is a cluster of waste that's been sitting in the reproductive system for too long, now causing inflammation. Women who have fibroids, they often have really big, hard bellies sometimes, or they start to develop that in the future because these fibroids grow. And it's not just the fibroids that grow, it's also the inflammation that these fibroids are causing inside of the reproductive system, that internal swelling. Okay. And so, how do we get rid of fibroids? What created fibroids? It's your food. The food is what created fibroids because it's just waste. These things don't grow inside of you overnight from nothing. It's waste that needs to be removed from the body. So how we get back to restoring our reproductive system is changing our food, getting rid of the toxic foods that created the fibroids, getting rid of the toxic foods that are not allowing your body to pass stool every single day. A lot of women dealing with fibroids are constipated. They're not passing stool every single day. And so that's the start of anything developing inside your body, constipation. Okay, so that's how we get rid of pretty much any sickness, by the way, too. It's not just fibroids. Anything that you're dealing with inside your body, you need to make sure your colon is moving waste out of the system every single day. And if it's not, then that waste is sitting inside of your system, getting hard, and your system is now starting to reabsorb this waste as well. So it doesn't just sit there; it gets ran through back the entire system. It runs through your blood all over again. It runs through certain systems inside of your body all over again. So waste becomes a very toxic environment. It creates a very toxic environment in the body if this waste is not passed out every single day. So again, healing the body is about getting down to the root of what created the situation and then reversing it from the root. Okay, so if you have fibroids, we say, okay, what caused the fibroids? Okay, it's my diet. So now I start with my diet. I take away the toxic foods, which we're going to be talking about soon. I take away these toxic foods. Okay, I detoxify my body from what's present inside already. So I clean my body out, get rid of the toxic foods, and I stay disciplined. That's all it takes. Discipline and dietary changes. They make it so difficult. They make it sound like it's impossible too to get rid of these things, but it's not. The challenge is the discipline. A lot of us are not really disciplined with how we feed ourselves um, and I'm sorry, and consistency, exactly. It's kind of difficult, especially because we've been raised on these types of foods that create all these illnesses. It's very difficult. It's a challenge to break away from this lifestyle, but once you do and you're able to find that discipline, your body's going to snap back into place as fast as it possibly can. It's actually waiting on you to develop the discipline. And the moment you do, your body's like, all right, let's do it. It's with you. It's already with you, wanting you to do it badly. And so the moment we join forces and link up with our body and just start to take it seriously, then we're going to start to see changes. I'm going to hand the mic over in one more moment. I wanted to ask you guys a question. How bad do you want it? A lot of us have to ask ourselves that question. If we have diabetes, if we have fibroids, if we have pressure issues, if we're dealing with any simple things too, like hair falling out or hair thinning, acne, or eczema, whatever it may be, we don't want to feel this way. We don't want to be on medication for the rest of our life. We don't want to feel sick and tired for the rest of our life. So how bad do you want to experience the healing? Because a lot of us say we want to get better, we want to feel better, but it takes discipline, it takes work, it takes effort. And so if we're not able to put that in, that means you don't want it bad enough. That means you don't care about the fibroid or the diabetes or the pressure or whatever. You don't care about it enough. right? And so that's my question I want to leave you guys with before I pass the mic over. How bad do you want it? And the moment you guys get to a place where you want it bad, you want it so, so bad, then that's the moment you're going to start to see healing take place because you're not going to put up with anything. You're going to see a toxic food. You're going to say, I don't care. I'd rather fast today. I'd rather not eat anything at all, just drink water than put that grain of rice inside my body that's creating all of these issues. So when you get to that point, that place, that's when you're going to start to see the real healing take place. I'm going to pass the mic over to Papa.
Yes. All right. That was a lot. So I kind of want to tell you guys a story. So at one point I was a security officer, right? And them just give me one brand new helmet. You understand? When me get the helmet, me up on the back of the van, so me have to tighten the thing around at the back. You understand? So when we reach work, we just find my head start hurt me. Like my head just hurt me and me no experience headache. So me I say, no man, this new. Like me just feel my head hurt me. Me no know what happened to me. But my head just hurt me non-stop. Me drink water, nothing. Me try use the toilet, nothing. And me I say, no, me try every single thing and the headache just wouldn't go away. And while I did there, something just come to my mind, say, take off the helmet. And me take off the helmet and I kid you not, the blood just flow right up back in my head. And within 1 minute, the headache gone. Right? May I tell you this story to say that if you don't remove the problem, it will still be there. You understand? And the problem being there, it's creating pressure. Your body, you guys, all that is here right now, are literally burning minerals to listen and to stay focused. You understand? And sometimes if what whoever is speaking is not serving you, is not feeding you, you might fall asleep. You understand? But if it has served you, if you get energy from it, you don't fall asleep. Right? So when you eat rice, right? Rice is void of all the minerals. You understand? At one point, rice was have a different color. When I was younger, rice never so white. White rice had this yellowish thing to it, and you usually pick it out. You understand? Those rice back in those days had minerals inside of it. The rice that we are getting today is bleached. You understand? Them chlorinate the rice, bleach it. And when them bleach the rice, it's not to make it better for you. It's actually to make them make more money. Because bleaching the rice, removing the life, is just like you have a piece of stick. A fire coal can last for hundreds of years without breaking down. You understand? But if you put the piece of stick out there over a period of time, within months, it start break down. You understand? Because it's have mineral inside of it. It have life inside of it that microbes or small life or insect can eat pan. Fire coal, it cannot happen. You understand? So when you eat rice, you're basically eating something like fire coal. It's void of all the nutrients and minerals. When it go inside your system, your body starts scan the rice like a check if this a food or not. The rice don't care if you eat it and see a food. Once you put it inside of your gut, your system starts scanning. And when it don't find mineral, it's a no man, this is not food. You understand? So when it starts with going at emergency, right? It starts sending emergency signal all over. So it's all right, here we have to go shut down the brain. So brain shut down and you drop asleep. And then while you drop asleep, your body has said, all right, make we pull little mineral from out of the ear. Make we pull some mineral from out of the teeth. This emergency. We have to get rid of this. This is a poison. You understand? And it's just pure noise inside of your system. So you feel noisy inside of yourself because your body is under pressure. Your body is under defense. You understand? Because you put something inside of the body where you have no life substance inside of it. So now, while this rice is in there, the first thing what your body do is to start release more mucus, more coal. You understand? And while it release this mucus, it's to capture the rice. You understand? So that is why we tend to just full of coal. You understand? We just tend to just have so much coal, sinus issue, lungs issue, can't breathe properly. Because mucus is your body first line of defense. You understand? That is your body defending itself with all the way it have left. You understand? So because we now stop eat the rice, we constantly put it there, we body constantly produce the mucus. You understand? As what Dry said, these food will not miraculously just disappear out of your system. You understand? When you eat rice, you are eating from the enemy. You understand? You are eating from the enemy, and that is why we don't feel good after we eat rice. Yeah, it feel nice and it tastes good. It please the mind and make you feel comfortable, like you actually live, but then you fall asleep. You understand? So your body need minerals to survive and sustain itself. And to give you an example of what mineral is like iron, calcium, magnesium. You understand? The copper, zinc, those are the things that are mineral. That is what the body actually recognize as food. You understand? So you could have eat till your belly big and bang. You understand? If there's no mineral inside of it, you are eating in vain. You are eating for nothing. And so you will receive nothing. You understand? You will not be open to hear the messages from the Most High as a result of you having the most low inside of your system. You understand? In order to hear the Most High, whoever pray, and when you pray, you just feel like you prayer not going to know it. You understand? Because the quality of strength where it take to send the message through. Imagine how much billions of people on this planet. You know how much prayer fly up? Non-stop. Everybody are pray. First thing to is like your thought is the prayer. You understand? Whatever you think about it, you're getting a life. You understand? We could never be here unless we think about being here, right here and now. We couldn't be here. So whatever you think about is your prayer. So while you think these things and your body not have the mineral inside it to facilitate the thinking, then you're going to feel like your prayer not going to know it. You understand? While your prayer just a move slow because your body a move slow. You understand? And this is why now we require other people to pray for we because them is a little bit stronger. You understand? But in order for that prayer work fully, you have to be full inside of yourself. And we are not preaching that we now go drop the flesh or you know I use the word because of TikTok, but you know what I mean, kick the bucket.